Okay, let's see if we got on the air here. Ooh, maybe, yes. Okay, that's 2. Let's see, we got another one here. Let me see, gotta sign out of this one and into another. Let's see, Matthew, let's go. It's a funny lighting, isn't it? I think it's that sign up here that gives me a little, dark, it screws up the camera. I think they don't know what to do with all the lights. The lights I have lights here in the room and lights up there, and this thing is a different kind of light, so that it gets all screwed up, doesn't know what to do, doesn't know how to adjust all this stuff. Well, I think we're going to make everybody a superhero today. That's what I want to do. I want to make everybody a superhero. Because you can, actually, is that a cool sign? Yeah, can you see it? Yeah, that's the lady I live with 35 years. I used to travel a lot, so when I travel, I said she could just click on the sign and she knows I still love her. Yeah, that was fun to do. And that's it. It's about having fun. Somebody wrote me earlier about having fun and how to do it. I love being a superhero. Yeah, see, we all have superhero powers too. There's something special in all of us to do something. And that's what life is trying to find out what your superhero powers are. Yeah. What's up, anyway? But I'm going to show you about superheroes and how to, even if you haven't found your powers yet, you could be a superhero. Actually, it's the new economy that does that. Let me find that. Not that one. Yeah, I'll screw this up if I don't do it right. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. I gotta find this thing. So you can get your superhero powers going. Because I think that so much is going on the internet that it's easy, to solve other people's problems, to do things like that, to, that's for sure. Mine is to keep this world in order by first changing our surroundings. You're right. Start with you, man. You have very little chance changing other people. So really got to start with you, I think. Okay, here's a story I really want to talk about because it is. I've interviewed like 700 people, on video interviews, on Skype. I call people all over the world who use crowdfunding and other kind of resources that are now available on the internet to get literally grant money, free money you don't have to pay back, and it's easier and faster and better and cheaper and bigger and everything than any grant the government has. That's why all the special custom reports I now do with housing and with paying your bills and extra cash coming in, and also for starting a business or a nonprofit, about a third to a half of those reports are really how to use the internet. And this other kind of free money that you could get on the internet. So I'm trying to teach everybody about that because the 700 people I've talked to really convinced me you can get it. And people are using it not only for their selfish reasons, but to be heroes in your community. And I've interviewed people all over the world, or mostly in the U.S., that they have a neighbor that loses their job and they're sick and they don't have, and they go on the internet and raise $50,000, $100,000, and things like that. And that's why these disasters down in Florida and Puerto Rico, and well, I guess that's the same hurricane, right? And also in Texas. I mean, you go on the main crowdfunding sites and you'll see so many programs now on people raising money. I mean, serious money for like maybe a senior's home that got hit, or for animals in the area, pets that were, are lost now, and to provide a service for that. Yes, sir, called Paying It Forward. Yes, that's it. Yeah, and it's about paying it forward instead of hiding it from us. It's super. And so that you can help problems in the community. You don't have to get the bureaucrats involved. You don't have to get the politicians involved. You just solve the goddamn problem yourself. Now, here's an example of this I just read about today. Here's a 15-year-old, okay, 15-year-old, right, got it, in Puerto Rico. Okay, so he's sitting in there, you know, nobody has lights. They won't, 100% of Puerto Rico is out of electricity. So you can imagine, okay, you and I are online and we have our computers and cell phones and lights and everything because we have electricity. They have none. 100% of the whole country or whatever it is, the island has no electricity. You know, that's amazing to me. Okay, so what do you do? Okay, so that means they have some cell phones, not much, and actually they're talking about is that they may not have electricity for weeks and weeks and weeks, maybe months yet. You know, it'll take a long time because their infrastructure wasn't set up. So this guy, this young fella, 15 years old, he set up a crowdfunding site on Generosity, okay, GENEROSITY.com. Generosities. Broncos won. Ha ha. I don't even know who they played, so, but that's great. Okay, okay. So he set up this website on because he said he was laying in his bedroom, looking outside, and he saw the sunlight. Don't forget, it's like 100 degrees down in Puerto Rico. It's not like, you know, whatever most people have in the States now. So they got hot weather, lots of sun and everything, but no electricity. He said, God, if I had a solar panel, I could charge my phone, I could, you know, wash my clothes because get enough of that and everything. So they could solve so many problems with solar panels. So he went out and did this crowdfunding website, okay? He's already have $33,000 just in a few days. $33,000 of people on the internet said, yeah, kid, that's a great idea. Here's the money. Isn't that amazing? I mean, just think of how much work you would have to do to get a government grant for $33,000. Why isn't solar more available? That's right. Why isn't it? Because we have utility companies that have better lobbyists than the solar companies. But besides that, I mean, look at how he's solving problems. Because more things like this that are done by people on the ground instead of getting, you know, the big, you know, the big honchos and the leaders and everything involved. Man, just do it from the ground up. They're just doing it. Okay, I'm going to create my own electricity. Screw you. You're going to take forever to get electricity back. I'm going to go on crowdfunding site, raise $33,000, and I'm going to have my own electricity, right? And you got it yourself. Why something that can't help cost it so obsolete? I guess I get your point. Yeah, you're right. They are saying that the news about 6 months for electricity in Puerto Rico. Yeah, 6 months are going to wait. Man, it probably take a week or two and he'll be up with solar power, right? And so now everybody could get solar power. That would probably be cheaper than fixing up the terrible infrastructure they have, right? And this kid's doing it one house at a time. Say, this is what it is. I mean, that's the power we all have. That's what's amazing. That's what I love about what's going on the internet. So that's why, okay, government grants are important or whatever, but this other stuff is just as important and sometimes more important. I mean, I'm reading stories and seeing these websites where people are getting $100,000, $200,000, you know, because of the flood and they lost their home and everything. Not Puerto Rico, but in Florida, in Texas and things like that, they're getting that kind of money. Damn, maybe Trump needs to see what is just one person. That's right. I don't know if he sees much. But this is what's happening. So that's why you don't have to wait for the so-called leaders, you know, to solve the problem. You're able to solve it now. There's so many tools we can solve by ourselves, you know. And that's what's so neat about it. It's distributing, you know, that power. Needing help with getting into a better place to live. Have 2 grandsons under 6. And they are there was a shooting last night across the alley. terrible. Okay, you're right. And for that, getting out, I mean, what I would do is first go online right now and Google HUD HUD counseling. HUD HUD counseling. Okay, look at that map. There'll be a map there. You'll find somebody local. They're all free. They help you with housing for free. They're getting grants from the government to help you find a new place to live for free. Okay, and that's a place to start. Now, I mean, there's 100 places really that may or may not help, but you got to start somewhere. Remember, everything I give you may or may not help. That's true with everything. I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to the people there, wherever city everybody is. They're supposed to do that, but the police force is supposed to solve all the crimes too, but they don't, right? So life is like that. I said police force because I hear a siren out there. I don't know. HUD counselor. That's right, Sheila. And make sure it's .gov, .gov. That's the only things you want to do is .gov, .gov, or .org. Don't want to go anything else because they're going to get money from you. They're going to figure out how to weasel money out of you somehow because they have to pay for the ad. And that's right. If you don't have a lot of money, you want to pay for something, fine. You don't have money to pay for it? Okay, there's options. And that's what it is in life, is knowing about them. Do you have a IRMA downloaded for Georgia, like the one in Florida? No, I'm sorry, I don't. But what I also did too today is, but use the one in Florida. If you're in Georgia with that, use Florida because you'll see what to look for. The federal programs are all the same. The crowdfunding stuff is all the same. The state and local and stuff will be different. But when you see that, you'll see, hey, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. Because the biggest problem is you don't know what to ask for, okay? So that's the problem. You don't know what to ask for, loans you don't have to pay back or something like that. So you see what kind of organizations have this and where they may be, and whether you take Florida as an example and just start banging away. It takes banging away time. That's what everything is banging away time and a numbers game. But also what I have now, if you go to letsgo.com/tutor, okay, I have the 2 housing reports on letsgo.com/tutor are free if you put in the product, the coupon code, IRMA. Okay, and that's for a free report for Florida, for housing. Okay, I also did another report. I do another report for around the country, any place you want. I'll show you like 300 programs. It's called $299, but it's really 300 and some programs to help pay your bills. Okay, and this is for everything, whether it's healthcare, whether it's legal help, whether it's getting a job, with daycare, anything you want, transportation, fixing your car, all these things. So 300 of them in that, and that report is $79. But I did one especially for Florida, and I have a coupon code for that to get it half price. I'm sorry, it takes a lot of work. So you get the housing one free, and you get all the info and advice you provide is very helpful. You're good. Thank you, Jose. Well, I call it 327 sources of free money and free services for residents of Florida. So this is 327, sources of free money and free services for residents of Florida. Letsgo.com/tutor, and anybody who's affected by the hurricane or just wants to improve their life, this is what it's for, and it's half price. It's only $39 instead of $79, but you use the coupon code FLORIDA, FLORIDA. You live there, you probably know. But if for some reason you don't. So that's half price. That report, that custom report that I sell for $79, I give it for $39, and just use the coupon code FLORIDA. And that's available. Okay, Nikki Boy Floyd, I'm looking for a replica Rolls Royce for $20,000, $25,000 for my business. Matt, where's the best guaranteed spot to get this money, to get my multi-million-dollar business going? Number one, there's nothing guaranteed, okay? Anybody tells you anything to guarantee the money, there's no such thing, and life isn't like that. So forget about that. Money for a business, if it's an asset for your business or something, then there's a possibility. If that was just a fun ride, well, you probably have to crowdfund for something like that. I don't know of any. You could get $20,000. Actually, Veterans has a program that give you $23,000 for an automobile. And so if you're a vet, that's a possibility. Otherwise, you have to be creative with something like that. And it depends on kind of business. I have to talk more about what kind of business you have and maybe brainstorm on how to do that and fund it. Ray, I can't do it quickly because we got to solve it. If you want to, maybe we could talk on letsgo.com/talk, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. I'm usually able to create some sources. But the typical sources, because it sounds like something you don't really need, but you probably do. You're saying it for a business, so that'll be important for your business, so maybe there's a way to do that. It also depends on where you live. What I would do now is go to your state economic development center. That's where I would go first. Let's see. Okay, Dury, we the people are falling apart. Need to stand back. Stand up. Back in the day when I used to march as one, not take shit, no shit, what's wrong? I know you and me, and that all think of making better will overcome all evil. I hope. Actually, I'm not sure if it will work either. I'm not sure anything will work, but it beats doing nothing. And I think, I don't know what will work, but I know what doesn't work. Doing nothing. That definitely doesn't work. So the chances of anything else working is a hell of a lot better than doing nothing. So the thing is, I think the only thing you know for sure is don't do nothing. Anything you can think of doing is great because it's better than nothing. So just doing something is better. That's the only thing in life. Just keep doing something. And then you get lucky and stumble into something. And then you look brilliant. But really it was by accident. So that's what you do. Can't stop, won't stop. That's my motto. Yes, that's right. Believe. What do you believe? Yeah, I think believe in not doing nothing. Not around. I have no credit, and that's the best way to start working on it. Well, the stuff way back working on it is doing something. We can do a lot of things with no credit. You don't need credit in this country, unless there's certain things that require it, but you get by very nicely and do things that don't require it. You start a business. You don't need credit to start a business. You can start a business on the internet, selling anything, and for 20 cents you have a store. Sell your services or whatever. Go on something like TaskRabbit or Guru.com, and you're available or whatever, and start selling your services and seeing, how you can get customers over. That's all, and learn how to get money, or that's why with the gig economy or whatever, it's a way to get money. It may not be big money, but it's going to keep you alive, and keep it going, and while you're working on what you really want to do in life, and that's important. We just need your wisdom. Well, I don't know wisdom. I'm struggling too. I don't know what the hell to do most of the time. I had success in the past, sold millions and millions of books and bestsellers and everything. Well, that stuff doesn't work anymore. Nobody buys reference books. So I got to learn a whole new thing. And that's great, though, because now I got 20 years to figure that out. It just takes time. Everything takes time. Everybody thinks that, boy, I just need some magic thing. There's no goddamn magic in the world. The magic is in you, but you got to find it. You got to dig down in there. And the only way you dig down in there is by failing a lot, trying a whole bunch of shit, hoping something happens. I watch your information from the 80s. Wonder what happened to you. Here I am. That's 35 years older. That's good. Well, we'll share some of the wisdom. Oh, great. Well, I think the most important thing in life is doing stuff. I mean, there's a lot of problems to be solved, and sure, there's a lot of problems to complain about too, and there'll always be here. If not these, there'll be a whole bunch of new problems. Next year, the year after that, we always got lots of problems to solve. So it's really, instead of having the poor me's, which I know I have a habit of falling into. If I'm not active, that's why I just stay active, man. If I just stay active active, then the poor me's can't stick their head in there. And trying to help other people. So that's another thing that gets rid of the poor me's. Whatever. So actually, okay, Florida. Anybody in Florida? Okay, so you get that housing report for free. So that's a $50 housing report. And you go letsgo.com/tutor, and you put that in, and the code for that is IRMA. That's the name of the hurricane down there. And for the Florida, 237 sources of free money and free services for Florida residents. See, I'm trying to do this for every state. So every citizen will have access or be able to have a collection of all the links to all the sources of free money and free services that they're eligible for. Because these things are available for every income, every age, it doesn't matter who you are. And that's why the rich people figured out. I used to charge them thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars to find this stuff for them. And that got bored helping rich people. Got to go help that kid install some solar panels. Yes! Dury, get out there. Get in a plane and go down. I hear they're getting airport service now. Like the internet. It's the one-eyed demon. That's right. But it's 237. That's what we all need, I think. I mean, we live in this country, pay all the taxes, but we have no idea what the hell we're paying for. And none of these organizations have advertising money to let you know that. So that's what I'm trying to do, is collect all that information. I mean, the people that are going to charge you money, they'll find you. They'll spend a lot of money finding you. So you don't have to find them; they find you. So don't try finding them. It doesn't matter. You have to take effort and time or whatever to find the people who do it for free. Because they're not going to advertise. So let's see. Okay, anybody else have a question or whatever? Okay, hey Skipper, Homer, I'm disabled vet in MS. Is that Mississippi? And wanting to start a business so I can stand again on my own. I need help with housing, ideas for business, and anything else I can get with. Well, it's hard to, a lot of things. Housing, okay, the HUD counseling I talked about, that's the first place to start, for that. You're also, what I would do is call your veterans. You have something called a county Veterans Service Officer. Counting Veterans Service Officer. No, I don't have one for Georgia. Somebody put up about the free report for Georgia. No, I just have a Florida, unfortunately. But if you order that one, and use the IRMA, and you'll see, a lot of that is the same. That about half of that can also be used for Georgia, so if you're affected by the hurricane in Georgia by Irma, so half of that, and you'll see in there how there'll be similar programs in Georgia that you could try to search out for yourself. So you'll see what kind of there. Now back to the vet. Okay, so you want to go to Google, put in your county's name. So maybe it's Hamilton County or something, Pennsylvania, and then you put, after that you put County Veteran Service Office. Now that is an organization, every county they have one, and they get twice as much money for veterans than anybody else. I saw a study that came out, a big independent study they spent millions and millions of dollars on to see that these people get more money for veterans than anybody. So that's where I would go to make sure, but that's only veterans' problems. So you don't want to say, oh, I'm a vet, and just look for veterans, and no, people are going to give you only veterans. No, I mean, I gave a couple of speeches over at Walter Reed Hospital, the veterans coming back. And what I want to, every veteran should be eligible for every program. Should be the first in line for every program, not just veterans program. That's a sliver. That's nothing. That's nothing, than what's out there. To start a business, depends on where you live, what kind of organizations. One organization I would start with is the Small Business Development Center. Okay, Small Business Development Center, just put in the name of your county, Google Small Business Development Center for your county, your state, pop up, you make an appointment, call, and it's a free appointment. They'll help you, they'll counsel you for free or whatever thing. Now, again, all these things, if you don't like what you hear, screw it, just leave and start looking somewhere else. You know, nobody has the perfect answer, and so you look somewhere else. Another good place, I think, is to get good data or information or kick around ideas is what's called a meetup group. I don't know if you know about meetup groups. Oh, Belinda is there. What's the cost of talking to you? Here, nothing. The cost is $1 a minute. And that's on letsgo.com/talk, T-A-L-K. And usually in 15 minutes, I could point you and I'll send you links and everything to any problem you have. You just go to letsgo.com/TALK. And that's small letters, T-A-L-K. And actually, if you go letsgo.com/5free, you could get download the free report that gives you the 5 or 6 places that are the best starting places for help on everything. And Homer, download that too, because you'll see the Veteran Service Center in there. I use that as one of the things. But also I would go because you got to brainstorm. First of all, you don't want to spend money. Anybody promises you a business, do not spend money. People who promise you're going to make a lot of money in their business. No, I mean, they're just... I went to a seminar yesterday or whatever, and the people said, oh, you're going to make money, and oh, no. You know, the best thing about seminars, you know what you learn at seminars who guarantee that you're going to make money if you join them or whatever, is you'll learn that the people who are making the money are the people running the seminars. And they'll have a couple of examples of somebody who joined and did it, but don't do that. What would be the cost for all 3 reports? Oh, you mean for the housing and the housing, the housing report and the business report and the extra living expenses. Yeah, I'll give you a deal, Homer. Let me think it through. I mean, that's a lot. You know, that's a big report. So we 16 and 50, so that's 210, right? Yeah, so I'll give you a good deal. Email me, letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. letsgofreeradio@gmail.com, okay? And I'll give you a coupon code, give you a good deal on that, okay? Where are you from, Homer? What city are you from? Oh, I miss... I'm sorry, on Periscope, the words go by so quickly for an old man to get, and so I miss it. Let's see, the vet. Who's the vet? Where are you from, vet? Homer. Where are you from, Homer? Oh, West Point, Mississippi. Oh, West Point, military. Yeah, yeah. West Point is least one of the. Well, you know, you live in Mississippi. They have. You know, not as many benefits as a lot of other states, but that doesn't matter because there's so much going on the internet that it doesn't matter where you live, and that's what I think provides the greatest opportunity for starting businesses without any money, for earning wages without any money. I mean, without any. See, everything I want to show you. It doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, unfortunately, I got a charge, so I could feed myself. But all the sources will not cost anything. And you know, people looking for businesses to start. I mean, I talked to so many people who get. I mean, people literally just in the last couple of weeks, I've talked to people anywhere from $3,000 or $4,000 that they got scammed out. People promise them all these kinds of things to $30,000. Wow! So people just shoving money because it's easy, you know, and we think it, and the people are so good at sales, you know, and please just don't do anything, because I mean, maybe with a bolt of lightning, it's going to happen to you, but it ain't, you know. And there's too many other ways to do it for free, but you don't know about them because they're not advertising. The people who are advertising and want to get $300 from you or $3,000 or whatever it is and promise you you'll be, you know, independently wealthy and extra streams of income and all this nonsense. I've been hearing this stuff for 50 years. Yeah, it still doesn't work. We just get other people who are grasping at straws, and real life takes work. Real life takes building something. Real life takes commitment to something. Not something with a harebrained idea. Oh, it sounds good, I could do it. My lifelong dream is to open my own computer repair shop. Okay, well then you can do that now. Just say you're a computer repair shop. It doesn't matter if you have a storefront or anything. Just say you do it. Yeah. You do a website for information on California. Yes, every state, because the research I do now is customized. So if you want to be a computer repair shop, just do a website, do a Facebook page. I do computer repairs, okay? That's it. Now you're in the business, so you do it at home. Yeah, it doesn't matter where the hell you do it. Yeah, and you're in business. Now you have to get customers. That's the key. But once you get a customer, that's it. I mean, I called the guy. I was looking for my notebook. It's one of my Apple. And the guy in his apartment down the street, I found him on Yelp, or whatever. He doesn't have any spending money. It didn't cost him anything to start that business. The only thing you need to start a business is a customer. And for a computer repair shop, yes, that's all you need is a customer. You don't need an LLC. You don't need a retail store. You don't need an accountant. You don't need a lawyer. You don't need anything. Just a customer. And you fix the goddamn computer, right? Don't you need to tell the government? No, you need to pay taxes. That's the only thing you really need to do. And what you do with that is you do a Schedule C on your taxes. That you keep that, you open it right now. You go to your bank and tell them, okay, I want to start a separate account, and my name is Matthew Lesko, and I want to put doing business as Matt's Computer Repair. And they give you a checking account for that. And now you just put everything in there because that makes your accounting easy. And if you know how to keep a checkbook, you're an accountant. You don't have to know anything else. And if you get any stuck with that, then you call your local small business development center. They'll help you for free. Where can I get information on California? What kind of information you need? I mean, that's a problem. I guess I've been doing it so long, you know, I get cocky about what it is, but it's there. I mean, that's the problem. Nobody knows where it is. You're going to Google that, and you'll get tied up in millions of websites that you get nowhere, and you're just going to get people want to sell you stuff, and don't. When in doubt, call your elected official. Call your congressman. That's another thing. You know, if you don't want me to do, you want to do your own research. That's what that download is. The download is for people, especially dental. Okay, dental. There's a lot. I mean, I'll do a report. Or actually, you go to my website. I train you on how to find free health care, free dental care, and free pet care in any city, state in the country. And that's at lesko.com tutor, and I think it's like $10, you know, for that. And that's available, that is show. Or actually I have a course on Udemy with that. You know, Udemy, udemy.com, and you put in only in Dade County right now. Oh, that's not, are you the California person? That's Florida, right? Dade County? Is Dade County still there? Isn't that Miami? Maybe I got that screwed up. But in Udemy, I have a course on how to find free healthcare, free and low cost. Because what you want to do is find sliding scale clinics. You want to find the universities that have clinics there too. You want to contact your state dental society. Okay, only Miami-Dade County. Okay, that's what I mean. So when you're in Miami, how do you find them in California? Okay, if you want to do them yourself, okay, that takes research, okay? I do research too, and I have those sources to teach you how to do that research. One is on Udemy, and the other one is on lesko.com/tutor. If you want to do it yourself. I mean, I say, here's the kinds of things to do. To start with is one is your county health department. Just contact your county health department. Tell them you're looking for free and sliding scale clinics. The next place you go to is needymeds.org. Needy, N-E-E-D-Y, meds.org. Okay. The next thing you do is find the, there's an association. Oh, what? I just got flipped around. What happened? I think Facebook just screwed me over again. Facebookers. Oh, gosh. What happened? What happened to Facebook? Boy, yeah, I'm sideways. Boy, traveling sideways. Maybe that's not what you'll find healthcare. Beverly, you see, it might still, yeah, look at that's crazy. I'm upside down here, sideways, whatever. It's all screwed up. Why did Facebook do that to me last time? And it actually was a different camera. And I don't know how we do this. How are we going to keep them down on the farm after they seen Perry? Oh my goodness. Oh, that may be, I can't even get it. Well, I hate to be doing this again, upside down. Maybe we do it right side up. Rotating your camera, re-recording. Okay. God, I don't know what Facebook did, but they did something that screwed up. Oh, the other two are okay. Facebook, oh, we sort of have something there. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to stay sideways on Facebook, guys. I'm sorry. All you see is my red nose just sticking out there. I got to quit drinking, I think. Okay, back on the healthcare. Okay, that's where you want to talk. Needy Meds, because they have a section in there on dental clinics, and they have a good collection of free and low-cost dental clinics. Your county health department, whatever county you're in, Los Angeles County or whatever, you contact them, ask for your health department of your county, not where I live. What do you mean not where I live? What is not where I live? You tried. What? Oh, you mean the dental? Where do you live in California? You live out in the middle of nowhere or something? There's nothing there? I don't know. Okay, let me finish with the sources. Health department only pull teeth here. Okay? Well, that's just one place. You know, anything like that, one place, there's not one place to check. What you have to do is probably check 50 places. Yeah. And that's it. You just sit down and start doing the work. There's no shortcut to this. You know? And that's the only way it's going to happen if you just start contacting a lot of places. Donate at dental. Okay, well you have to go. You have to look somewhere else. Look up dentistry from the heart. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Also, call your state dental association. Okay, a lot of them have clinics, you know, that are free, or a couple times a year they come around and do free work. There's also a donation where they volunteer their time for free. Every state has that. I forget the name offhand, but if you look for volunteer dentists, maybe that's the way to do it. You also want to check your, what about regular, oops, I missed that. You also want to check your, oh God, what did I forget? Anyway, let's see, I need one too. What do you need? Dental college students will intern. And yes, so you want to call the dental colleges in your state. And there must be 3 or 4 in California. You want to do that to check, because they're the free or sliding scale. And that's the thing. And the volunteer dentist, Google volunteer dentist or something, and make sure it's .org. You know, you don't want anything with .com. There's too much stuff out there that people are just going to wind up charging you, and there's so many people that want to do that. It's bad. The other thing to do is call 211 and see what they have. Not in Florida have 3 years waiting list. What is that has a 3 years waiting list? In Florida. And that's probably only one thing. I mean, if somebody's a waiting list or something, that doesn't mean it's over. You know, dental school. Okay, well then you have to keep looking somewhere else. I mean, it only happens, if you keep looking. And that's what I'm trying to do, is keep you as many sources to keep looking. I've been looking for a year. Oh, well, I don't know. Then you have to spread out further. Then where are you? Is this your California one for dental? Where are you in California? Pay attention. What do you mean pay attention? I can't. A regular dental. Well, the other thing too, what a lot of people do is crowdfund for dental bills. In the reports, I show people how to do this too. So if you put, you'll see other people that have crowdfunded to get their dental bills paid for, and that's understandable because. Now, dental bills have, healthcare is like I forget, I just put the data somewhere, I can't remember exactly, but over the last 20 or 30 years, healthcare has expended, increase in price like 100%, dental has increased in price like 300%, and it's just dreadful. So they're growing a lot faster than overall. What is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is where you go get the crowds. Like the thing I talked to about when we started up, this young fella in Puerto Rico, a young man, 15 years old, okay, 15 years old, no electricity in Puerto Rico. They won't have it. Yeah, it's like begging, I guess, yeah. But people are making billions of dollars doing this. And this young guy, he got already in the last couple of days, he got $30,000 to help set up solar panels, for his home so he could have electricity, because they won't have electricity. 100% of Puerto Rico has no electricity. Okay, so he's taking the ball by, what do you call it, bull by the horns himself, and making it happen, by crowdfunding. That's another way to do it. It takes effort, but you can learn it, and it doesn't cost anything. So if you fail, it doesn't matter. It's a disgrace what happens in Puerto Rico. Yes, right. And so the boys, but all these things are happening. Like I've been reading. I mean, you go on GoFundMe and things like that. You'll see the people like down in Florida. I haven't checked this in about a week or so. I'm raising like $200,000. A family, one family, $200,000 because of their hurt by the hurricane in Texas. Man, $200,000. Man, FEMA will never give them that much, right? So it's. I say I'm running out of a battery maybe in this one. I got to put a. If that works, anybody don't screw it up. Be coming back. I'm back. Back. I hope I'm back. Yes, okay, good. Yes, and so that's what I mean. God, 200,000. I mean, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of people in these things that are getting this kind of money. Sure, it doesn't work all the time. Nothing does, And the key is GoFundMe was in Florida or Texas. Well, they're in both. I mean, you go to GoFundMe now, you'll see them all over. But there's 1,000 crowdfunding sites, so it's not only GoFundMe. I just told you about the young fella in Puerto Rico. He's using Generosity. That's another site. So there's so many of them. What can I get for tattoo removal? You want to remove this one? See my little question mark on my thumb? I know that may be a health thing. I guess it didn't show you too much. It's hard to. There. That's better. My one son has a bunch of tattoos, and so a couple of years ago we both got those. I used to worry about having a tattoo because, what's it going to look like in 30 years? Man, I'm 74. I don't care about what it looks like in 30 years. I won't be here. So it doesn't matter. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, the dental. Yeah, I know it's a hassle. I'm sorry, but there's no magic to it. But I think you have to keep going. There's no other option. crowdfunding is an option. I would go even check around other states or whatever. In California, I investigated. Oops, what was that? What's that? Oh, in California, I investigated. I needed to be a felon to qualify for free removal, but I'm not a felon. That's interesting. Well, I mean, that's one place, and that's just go other places, I am almost I don't know what that word is at this point. I guess it's something you feel bad. Sorry, I don't know what that word is. I'm a little illiterate because of teeth. I mean that you're ashamed of your teeth or something. It's hard to go and work and do a lot of things, isn't it? Bailey Susan, maybe infection take care of it quick. Maybe infection take care of it quick. Ooh, oh, I see. Then I get it pulled. Now, that's terrible. So you really have to beg. Okay, to me, the other thing, I mean, is look for the nonprofits in the area. Catholic charities, things like that. That have things. I know if you beat on them, they have ways to do things, and it's a squeaky wheel, unfortunately. That gets taken care of. And I think Facebook, maybe because the government doesn't like Facebook much anymore. Are you working on anything for Puerto Rico? No, I should. A lot of programs are still available. The government programs are still available for Puerto Rico. I haven't worked in Puerto Rico stuff for a long time, so I really can't tell. I don't know for sure. But I'll do a custom report if somebody wants one and see what's there. Yeah. So anything I do, I can't promise anything's there. What I do is really show you all the stuff that is there and what is available. Okay, guys. Oh, gosh. This has been, 46 minutes. How does this time go by? Okay, so we talked about, for Florida, Puerto Rico, and Irma, whatever, we have letsgo.com/tutor, and you get a free report for housing by using the product code IRMA, IRMA, and you get a discount on my brand new report for the state of Florida. So these are all of the government programs available for residents of the state of Florida. 327 programs, and that's a 50% discount on that, okay? If you use the code Florida, a 50% discount on that, and that's at letsgo.com/tutor. Matthew, do you know where the Affordable Care Act is to sign folks up? Yes, I mean it's different in every state, but if you all you really have to probably do is look for Obamacare, .org or gov or whatever they call it, and you'll be directed to your state site, to sign up. And that's true. They're trying to get people not to sign up so it'll collapse. That's too bad because there are millions of people that will lose health insurance because they have some political, nonsense they want to do. So sign up for health care because, it looks like, the guys running the show now ain't going to do much, to get more people on this thing. Okay, good night, guys, and thank you so much. I forget what else we talked about, but I guess you got everything, right? So I'll be back soon. Thank you. Try clove oil. Oh, for the teeth? Matt, great to see you again. I'll be looking for your site. Thank you. Great. Okay, I'll be here, guys. 20 more years, I think. At least, right? Why not? Thank you. Good night.